the second period of play starts. Well, Scott, this is where we would normally do our Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. But this is the only game today. So I guess we're going to go ahead and take a look at the upcoming weekend here in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. A lighter weekend, interestingly. The Delaware Thunder at the Danbury Hat-Tricks for a 2-game set that starts Friday and Saturday, both games at 7 o'clock. Those two teams played on Sunday at the Delaware Fairgrounds Arena, and Danbury came away with a big win, 8-2. Hat-Tricks are looking solid right now in the early part of the season.
Yeah, they are looking good, and they're getting better. So, team we haven't played yet, so let's hope they get worse before we play them.
Guess that's one way to look at it. Only other games, Watertown at Binghamton for a one-off on Saturday night at the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena. That's 7 o'clock puck drop on Saturday. Columbus and Port Huron playing here tonight, and then they'll play Friday and Saturday at the Columbus Civic Center. Both puck drops there at 7:30. A lighter weekend, I guess if you want to throw in the midweek game, Watertown is at Danbury on Wednesday, December 8th. At 7 o'clock. But other than that, that's it. Lighter weekend here in the Fed as we turn the calendar over to the month of December. And, Scott, when we looked at the standings, remember back, a week and a day ago on Wednesday, Carolina was playing Columbus for the 5th and final time in that 5 in a row. And if results went a certain way, it was going to be a 1 versus 2 matchup between between Columbus and Watertown. Obviously, they did not, and results that have followed since have seen Columbus tumble all the way to 6th in the 7-team SPHL. But when you look at those standings, it's so very close. You're still at the point where one big weekend can really vault you up. There's a lot of volatility in the standings still.
Listen, we can rattle off 3 wins in a row. You're right. I mean, we're right back where we should have been. We shot ourselves in the foot. And the good news is, we did it to our. The bad news is we did it to ourselves. The good news is it's still a very talented team. We just have to eliminate mistakes like the one that got us tied up here late in the period. Zach. It's funny you mentioned the internet. Last night there was a Board of Governors meeting to talk about some of the things, what's going on in other cities, and one of the things that was brought up was the internet. And I can tell you right now that. Is it the best when we go to other places? No, it's not. Have we had an issue in our building? I don't remember if we have or not, but I don't think we have. But I will tell you it was addressed, and by the end of the year, you're going to be told to fix your internet in your building. You're not going to have a hockey team. I mean, it's a simple fix. Yeah, it might cost $2,000 or $3,000, but it's frustrated the owner, so we are aware of it.
And it's a very worthy investment, obviously, into things because, we know, for those of you watching in, welcome back on YouTube. Apologize for the issues. Looks like we got things stabilized, though, on our end, and hopefully we get you a better product, even better in the second. But it's a worthy investment because, obviously, especially in a game like this, a showcase game, neutral site, and the only game going on in the league. So not only you got Columbus and Port Huron, heck, you might as well have the whole league watching this one here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got the safety valve back in the valley of radio that you can go to, but you're right. Is we can televise all the games, and we've got another televised game come up locally in the area on Beam TV, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we do indeed on Saturday.
And Bounce.
Yeah. Saturday on Bounce will be live over the air, so very fun to get that going on. And then, of course, other games throughout the year are on CTV Beam 7 in East Alabama. Sometimes live, sometimes tape delayed by a little bit. Check your local listings for more information on that. Quickly, let's take a look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard before we send it to break here. Only one game going on in the SPHL. It's Macon at Birmingham. The Mayhem currently lead on the road at the Pelham Civic Center 1-0. Over the Birmingham Bulls. It is Zach Lambrecht getting the goal for Macon. Dylan Kelly and Austin Lotz are the goaltenders for Macon and Birmingham, respectively. Coming up tomorrow, a full 5-game slate in the SPHL. Roanoke at Fayetteville, Evansville at Huntsville, Macon at Pensacola, Peoria at Quad City, Knoxville at Birmingham makes Vermilion County the 11th wheel. It's not as fun to say. Last year we could say the 5th wheel, and that made sense. The 11th wheel doesn't really make sense, does it, Scott?
Not too much sense there.
Maybe the 11th nugget in a 10-piece nugget meal? Is that what you're thinking, maybe?
Or that odd-shaped one they just throw in because they feel...
Should I have saved that for the McDonald's second intermission report?
That's a good point.
Probably. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we look ahead and get ourselves ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Coming up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
When talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water-repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, River Dragons and Prowlers tied 2-2 through 20 minutes of play. John Emerald Distilling, headquartered in Opelika, Alabama. Can't make it out to Opelika to sample their products from the source? Check out a couple local places in Columbus: Nodick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, Jarfly on 13th Street, and of course the Bottle Shop, another proud partner with Ignite Sports and Entertainment. John Emerald Distilling in Opelika and Alabama. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Quickly, Scott, about 30 seconds or so. Give us your thoughts on that 20 minutes of play and what's being said maybe in the locker rooms to get ready for the second.
Well, I think both teams are going to tell you, hey, listen, guys, we got to quit. We got to eliminate mistakes and giving the other team opportunities. Opportunities are going to happen no matter. That's just the way the hockey game goes. But where you got to be smart and make smart plays. Don't pass it across your own slot. Number one, guy falling down back of that happens. Thing I didn't like, he broke his stick over net because that's like almost it's probably a $200 stick, But whatever. But the fans here in Mississippi are having fun. Zach, I kept pointing in the corner down there. There is a line, folks, just to get souvenirs. I can see through the beer garden. There's a line there, so we got to get a break. I think we're coming back with a second, aren't we?
We are indeed. Wild Animal Safari second period after this on the River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, getting ourselves ready for the second period of action. River Dragons dressed in the blackout look. Black jerseys, helmets, and pants with gray numbers and teal trim are going to go left to right across your radio dial. Bailey McBurney has stopped 14 of 16 Prowlers shots. Over to our right, it's Corey Simons. He stopped 9 of 11 and the Prowlers in the whites with the red chest band with the Prowlers circle logo in the middle, red helmets, pants, and white socks. They go right to left. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, it's your favorite time of the broadcast.
It is. It's the second period, brought to you by Wild Animal Safari. Someone's getting slobbered on.
Wild Animal Safari in Pine Mountain, Georgia. We thank you always for your patronage, and Scott thanks you just because he can say that every game.
You know what? I've been there. I've been slobbered on.
We do have two guys in the penalty box. That's Jake Krupp and Alex Johnson, but they have 35 seconds left each to serve in the fighting majors they picked up near the end of the first period. So we're back underway, 5-on-5. Port Huron wins the opening draw, and here we go, here from the Mississippi coast. 2-2 our score. This one rimmed around the boards in the Columbus end. Petrantonio picks it off the wall, trying to play it to Bersani. Couldn't settle a bouncer, then pushed it through, knocked away at the Port Huron line by Henning. Collecting this puck is Federle. Drops it back for Henning on the near side circle in his own end. Moves it up that near wall. Vartiainen runs into his own man, but stays on side. Matt Graham with it, trying to drive the slot. Too many black jerseys in the way. Vartiainen inserts himself into the play. Now the puck skitters away into the right wing corner. Dalton J loses that one. From behind the net it goes. Josh Petrantonio chipping this one ahead, too far out of the path of Austin Doe, and Federle will take this back into his own end. Play it up that far wing. Big check laid on by Ozelinch as he was getting to his bench. Now a shot from a short angle is saved by McBurney. That's off the stick of who else but Dalton J.
Most dangerous man on the ice.
Jay with it in the left wing corner, sends this behind the net. Nobody there in a white jersey, so Paul Fraziot will have it here for Columbus. Sends this ahead. Petrantonio, the backhand shovel. That one's over the net of Simons and bounces off the cage and will be picked up here by Manzo. Manzo being checked there by Justin Schmidt. Puck is loose there for a moment. Now Port Huron will do a little triangle passing. Mo Levesque plays that one off the body of Armstrong, gets it back to himself. 3-on-2 through the middle. Levesque lost the handle. McBurney came out of the crease to poke it into the near corner. Caleb Williams back out onto the ice there for Port Huron. Good to see for him. Lost most of that first period after scoring the goal. He's back out there 18 in white. MJ Graham to Jagger Williamson, trying to go back across, and Schmidt wasn't there on top of the crease. Doyle takes a check there from Pace. It goes off of him. Still in the zone for a moment. Young drops it back, and now Port Huron will flip it out to center. Williamson lets that go by him. Noah Doyle will have it back behind his own net. 18-13 to go here in period 2. Still 2-2. River Dragons and Prowlers look at a turnover. Williams with it left circle, gets it to Young, and a stick clash sends that one wide into the corner.
Well, so you just talked about, Zach. You can't give up those opportunities and cough the puck up. Play it safe. Use the glass. Chip it out.
Fraziot will have this behind his own net. A hard-charging Brennan Young on the forecheck. Bodies him up. Noah Doyle will find the scraps. Doyle along the far side wall. Jagger Williamson able to control. He has numbers back if he hustles, but a good back check, and Zach Frisura knocked away Jagger Williamson's stick at the end of that play. And then a running into between Pace and can't tell who that is from the angle, but the net just comes completely off for Port Huron as it looks like it's Pace and Anderson just running into each other and just couldn't get out of the way of the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure where. I think they're keeping the face-off inside. Pace just kind of shoved Anderson into the net, so you can get to know the net a little bit better.
Face-off will come to the right of Simons.
Mitchell distributing a big sponsor down here as the two combatants come out. And,
Alex Johnson and Jake Krupp are back on their respective benches, so now everyone's back to full strength, including Port Huron with Caleb Williams out of the locker room after he got some chiclets fixed.
We assume it's chiclets.
Right.
Something in the face.
Right point. This one held in by Grade, but he's knocked down. Armstrong plays that down beneath the Port Huron line. Prowlers will pick it back up. This one flipped to center, gloved out of the air by Grade. He has to wait for his teammates to get on side. Now Grade plays it back across. Attempted pickoff failed. Armstrong with space. Armstrong right circle, and that one goes wide of the blocker hand. Held in by Grade left point just so he can get off and go for a change. Pace with it behind the net. Armstrong tried to body him up. Nothing doing there. Ozelinch pinches on the play. Ties up Soilis. At the hash marks near side. That one went through Pace's legs. Was loose in the slot for a moment, but nobody for Columbus could capitalize. Ozelinch hustling back to play defense. Isaiah Crawford from the red line sends it in only to Fraziot. Fraziot sends a pass ahead, and Bersani couldn't get himself in the line of that pass. Delayed offsides. He couldn't touch it anyways. Now Columbus will take it back into the zone. Here's Fraziot with it. Left wing circle. Poked off his stick. Isaiah Crawford finds it off the high glass. Heck of a jump right there by Petrantonio. Gloves it out of the air and then fires a shot that's saved by Simons. Josh Petrantonio is one of the taller players out there for the Dragons, but even he had to be surprised by the hops he got to keep that one in play and fire a good shot at Simons. 16:38 to go in the second.
Very athletic individual. Played college soccer, believe it or not, was his forte, but doing a nice job of playing outfield there like a hoot and going up high off the glass and keeping it in.
Face-off won by Columbus, held in left point. Federle has it down in the near corner, hits a stanchion weird, splits the defense for Columbus. Down the ice it will go. Icing is on. Oh, McBurney's going to come and play that side of the net. Frejot looked like he had the win comfortably at the hash marks, but now comes Columbus back the other way. Good bit of passing. Petrantonio tries to throw it to the middle. It's off Alex Johnson's skate. Johnson then finishes off Petrantonio in the corner. Puck falls loose, goes off a body, and a backhand chip out by Federle. This one will fall all the way to the Columbus line. Justin Schmidt has it on the back stride. He chips it ahead. Petrantonio knocks it down, puts it on his stick. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Petrantonio, right wing circle, a pass across and nobody on the back door. Held in left point by Doyle, and his shot just wide of the glove, hand on Simons. Right point with this one, Frejot. His effort, a deflection by Doe and sent wide near side. A chip gets around Petrantonio. Port Huron has possession, trying to stretch pass ahead. Good job at the red line by Schmidt to read it and knock it away. Austin Doe trying to get around Federle. Good box out right there from Federle. And here come the Prowlers back the other way. Johnson a stretch pass ahead. That one goes through Vartiainen. And no icing, as they say, a touch Vartiainen at the blue line. Noah Doyle, he's tied up by Vartiainen. Krupp fishes that out, and it gets sent around the boards. MJ Graham trying to race after this. Alex Johnson cuts him off the path. Ooh, nearly too many Prowlers out there on the ice. Very careful on that change as the puck went through all that chaos. 15-17 to go in the second.
It's all kind of funny. They looked like they were playing freeze tag there, and nobody moved.
Williamson gets this one over to Doyle. He's under the zone, left wing circle, trying to drive the goal line, and he just got underneath that puck and flipped it up into the right wing corner. Played it back to the right point. Grade holds in. Over on the far circle. Krupp racing after this to the middle. Pass was behind MJ Graham. Right circle, Grade plays it back. MJ Graham, side of the net. Checked there by Dustin Henning as Graham was thinking about the wraparound. Now it's tied up in the feet. Henning will kick it back behind the net. Jagger Williamson, he gets boarded off there big time there as Quentin Roseboom laid the boom onto him. Now look out, Mo Levesque turns over a man. It looks like we're going to get a scrap. Look out, Levesque with left circle with it backhand. Score!
Now when did the whistle go, though?
I have no idea because we got a 2-on-2 tag team back at the Port Huron line, and Mo Levesque dangles Bailey McBurney to get the goal.
I think the whistle went.
Did we have whistles blowing? The River Dragons defense are pointing back to the melee at the blue line.
And I could have sworn I saw the referee blow his whistle.
Tough to tell from up here how high we are, if we could have heard it or not. No goal waved off. Oh, my. So the scrum at the blue line, opposite blue line, creates enough havoc, takes away a 3-on-1 that saw Mo Levesque put it into the net, but it will not count, and the game will remain 2-2.
If I was a Port Huron fan right now.
Yeah, you'd be howling about this. I mean,
what an outstanding. Outstanding.
And there's the River Dragons president back. Petrantonio and Johnson are outside the referee's crease to discuss. Petrantonio and Federle. Now, here's my question, Scott, because obviously you're going to take the goal off the board for the Prowlers based on that washout signal, but you have to believe the Prowlers are going to be going on a power play out of this because, it seemed like Columbus was the aggressor after Jagger Williamson was checked by Stavros Soilis. That created all kinds of mayhem, and it was 2-on-2. And, you stop and play on a scoring
Frankly,
chance.
I wouldn't care if they were the aggressor or not. They would be in this scenario if there's such thing as creative officiating. Yes, I think we're getting the extra penalty.
Trying to see. It appeared.
We're getting a double minor. I don't know it.
Yeah, I couldn't read the hand signals from up high here. But the goal has been taken off the board, and MJ Graham has gone up with 4 minutes on the board. So it will be 5-on-4 for 4 minutes, the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night for the River Dragons. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength.
And then the makeup calls a 4-minute double minor. I agree with it too, but
Port Huron fourth in the SPHL at a 19.5% power play rate. River Dragons have tumbled all the way to 6th on the penalty kill at 79.5%. They start this one off the right way as Petrantonio chips it into the zone and had to fight through Alex Johnson. Port Huron will start up their first power play rush right now. 3:45 to go in Graham's double minor. Federle will dump this one from the red line. Rimmed around. Johnson let it go by him. Matt Graham with it. Top of the left wing circle to Levesque. Levesque, who had his goal taken away. Jay gets it to Graham, and a backhand was sent high over the bar on McBurney. Matt Graham gets tied up. A backhand effort held in right point by Federle. Petrantonio will push it, get it out, and it's touched quickly back for a offsides, delayed. And the Columbus captain doing his best to try and get that one down the length of the ice, but it'll be a neutral zone draw with 14 minutes even left to go here in the second, and we get our media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, 14 minutes left to go in the Wild Animal Safari second period. 2-2 our score. River Dragons and Prowlers. River Dragons are in the middle of a Houston Clinic penalty kill, a double minor assessed to MJ Graham. 3:24 still left on that. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand, and we got a lot of stick jostling over on the far side before we get this puck dropped. It's Joe Payson, somebody, I can't tell who. Might be Frazier. Can't tell who that winger is on the far side for the Dragons. Puck is down. Levesque will win it clean, and we are back underway. Prowlers will move this one into the zone, left wing side. Alex Johnson tried to drop it off. Levesque just held it in at the left point for a moment. Now he's bothered for the puck, and Grade will send this one down 200 feet. This one will be slowed up here by Simons underneath his own goal line. Picking this one up with some speed. Here's Federle. Now we'll move it over the left wing side and find Dalton Jay. Jay on the backhand, trying to get around his man. Spins it back in the corner. Back for Federle. Left point. A shot inadvertently blocked by Levesque. Right circle, an effort by Johnson. Hit a body and goes wide into the corner. Matt Graham and Dalton Jay, they tie up on this. 2-on-2 battle directly behind the net of McBurney. Rimmed around, held in there by Johnson, right point. Moving it down back into the corner for Jay. Lets it go by him. Graham gives it back to him. Now Dalton Jay back for Matt Graham. Left wing circle. Back to the left point, here's Federle. And Matt Graham with it again, top of the left circle to the bottom for Dalton Jay. Hole developed in his stick, has to pick it up back in the corner. Rims it around, Levesque has it here. Checked by Finch, 2:22 left to go in Graham's double minor. 22 seconds away from killing off one. Levesque to the middle, glove down by Anderson. And sent down the length of the ice, heads up play right there by the young forward.
Excellent work by the Dragons. Staying in that box, if you're watching on the YouTube there, they do a nice job of playing in that box, and they're aggressive in it, and that's how you want to kill the penalties off.
River Dragons doing a good job on this forecheck with it here. Jagger Williamson's going to skate it out of the zone. Now he's going to come back in, try and take on the Port Huron defense. Jagger Williamson dekes around one man,
Ooh.
Dives for that puck, and a whistle as Simons got to it. Jagger Williamson was just skating circles around everybody.
He got
in the Port Huron defensive
He got
zone.
whacked right across a bridge of the nose there, too. He's down. Everybody saw it.
1:51 left to go in the Graham minor. Means River Dragons are 1 for 1 so far tonight in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Have killed off one of the two minor penalties. Jagger Williamson picks himself back up, checks the visor, checks the nose. Seems to be all good.
I apologize. Everybody saw it except the two people.
2-2 our score. 12:27 left to go here in the second. Face off to the left. Petrantonio, a shot right off the face-off and a pad save and a cover there from Corey Simons. Hey, not a bad idea. Offensive zone face-off, shorthanded. Give it a run. Make sure that goalie's paying attention. Now Petrantonio with another one clean. Doyle with it at the right point. Winds up and fires, and a save made there by Simons. All of a sudden, you wouldn't know it, but Columbus is still a man down for another minute 45. Yet they're the ones with the offensive pressure right now, Scott.
Nothing wrong with chipping away with the offensive opportunities when you're short-handed.
Another face-off to the left of Simons. Another win from Petrantonio. Doyle a blast. And that one flipped up on him as it hits the high glass behind Simons. Still in the corner. Petrantonio with it. Spins away from a check of Frisura. Tries to drive bottom of the circles. Pass to the middle. Vartiainen first on. And here come the Prowlers with speed back the other way. Right wing side. Here's Isaiah Crawford. Crawford fires a shot. Save made McBurney as he closes up that armpit. And Frisura is getting bodied there by a couple of Dragons near the net. Petrantonio and I think Frazier in on that. 12:03 to go in the second, and it is still 2-2, Columbus and Port Huron.
Yeah, he's the guy that caught our guy in the nose there.
Yeah. That's Zach Frisura, 14.
No, there's another guy who's going to put a bounty on.
Okay. That's why we have you up here right now, Scott. 12:03 left to go here in the second.
I was told there'd be snacks up here, and that's
an offensive zone draw for Port Huron. And Columbus will win it. Oslins tries to rim it out. Kicked in and held in right point by Vartiainen. Crawford with it along the half wall. Good spin move. Gets away from one, and then the linesman put a body check onto him inadvertently as he was trying to leave the zone. Vartiainen can't hold in right point. Port Huron has to vacate. 1:10 left to go here in MJ Graham's double minor. Prowlers play it back in their own end. Henning touches this one ahead to Vartiainen. He'll chip it in, right wing side. It'll go down in behind the net. McBurney comes out and plays it. Rims it to the half wall far side. Finch has it between his legs. Isaiah Crawford trying to fish it out. So too is Frisura. Now Crawford stapled gun to the boards by not one but two different River Dragons. Henning holds that one in at the center point. Right wing circle with it. His shot, save made by McBurney. Rebound was loose there on the near side for a moment, but couldn't find an angle, was Frisura. He's with it now, left wing circle, pass to Brennan Young, and he whiffed on the one-time attempt. Right point, that one gets held in by Vartiainen. Behind the net for Crawford. 25 seconds left to go in Graham's double minor. At the right point with it, Vartiainen works it back down for Crawford. Pass across, right onto the tape of Henning. Looks, fires, what a block right there by Finch. Nearly went on a run himself, and then Henning had to make sure he didn't hand pass that puck. No, say the officials. Oslins takes a check behind the net. Grade has this one. Backhand sends it out from an open right point. 3 seconds left. MJ Graham stands up in the box, and he is now a free man. 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. For sure, a shot is shrugged away there by McBurney. Long stretch pass, and MJ Graham's going to race after it. No icing as it doesn't have the legs, and Dustin Henning takes a big check in the corner from MJ Graham.
Glass came out.
Oh, my. That let you know how big that check is, and a pane of glass is now gone down in that right wing corner. Well, it has been a while since hockey's been back. Maybe
sure that glass wasn't used to getting hit that hard either. Not sure those mites are going to be able to reach that glass, so we might have a little bit of a delay here is my guess.
We just might. MJ Graham's a big, strong guy, and Dustin Henning's a pretty big dude to send into the boards, so knocks the pane of glass out.
But in fairness to these fans here at the Gulf Coast Coliseum, there's no netting behind the nets or behind the end zones either. So this is a tough crowd. I mean, no offense to those people listening in Port Huron or in Columbus. It's a tough crowd here. They don't use nets.
You're definitely paying attention when you're behind the net.
Better be.
For sure. Wow. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that, Scott, with how high the ceilings are. I don't see any netting. Huh. All right, 10:23 left to go in the second. We are supposed to take it under 10, but we're going to take it right now. We'll take it a little bit early.
You better tell the affiliates down the line so they don't get scared.
Yeah, buy ourselves a little bit of time. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
A well-timed, if not early, media timeout with 10:23 left to go here in the second. And that pane of glass is back in and ready to go for the rest of this game.
Pane in the glass there.
I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. 2-2 our score. All of our scoring happened in the first period of play. River Dragons goal scorers, MJ Graham and Austin Doe. Port Huron's goal scorers, Caleb Williams and Dalton Jay.
Dragons coming off a 4-minute kill. Good job there. Got our lines back together, and let's hope we can get some offense.
Williamson wins that draw, but it's behind MJ Graham. He takes his man down there as it's held in right point. Graham fishes it out, being bothered by Matt Graham. MJ shot, blocker saved by Simons. Rebound effort to the left point, slapped by Frigeau and wide. Frigeau holds this one in at the right point, getting around Vartiainen, but Port Huron will take it back quickly over the right wing line. And that one, Graham drops back, play to the middle, bouncing puck loose. Vartiainen shot, save made McBurney. Bouncing puck couldn't be settled by anybody for Columbus. That was a good chance for Port Huron. Now a race for this puck. Port Huron might have won the race for icing. Simons came out and nearly turned that one over to Krupp, who read the goaltender's actions right. Just couldn't find that puck on his stick. Down the ice it goes. Just enough legs for icing. As the Prowlers will have to keep their bodies out on the ice. 9:38 to go in the second. 2-2 our score.
And they're going to take the unofficial official, but and Port Huron's upset over the call on the icing. Probably got a little break there, the Dragons did. So
face-off will come down into the Port Huron end.
I think they're on there. I don't know what they're doing.
Face-off to the left of Simons. Bersani ready to take this draw. We'll do it against Mo Levesque. Levesque will win that one clean, and Prowlers will play it off the glass, gets around Doyle, and will be picked up by Schmidt in his own end. So now the Prowlers can start up the change that they need. Doyle has it, plays it ahead to Bersani. 3-on-2 coming across, left wing pass to Petrantonio as he hits the line. Verdot, high slot, fires a shot, and that one kicked away by Simons. Down the ice it goes. Icing on here as Columbus will win this one uncontested. We get another icing call against the Prowlers. 9:15 left to go here in period 2.
So a good opportunity for the Dragons to start catching up in the shots. Port Huron leads us 23-18.
That's a second period total right now of 7 apiece. Heckler and Koch shot counter here in the building. Heckler and Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? Alex Johnson tries to send this one out. Noah Doyle did not have the blue. Columbus will have to vacate as he shoots it back in, and the Prowlers take possession behind their own nets. This one gets flipped circle to circle for Alex Johnson near side. Plays it off the body of Brennan Young. Eventually finds Levesque, who's in over the line on sides. Levesque, high slot, fires a shot. Sticked away by McBurney. Rebound just wide of the glove hand along the ice. And Port Huron that close to taking the lead right back. Back at the right point with it. Here's Roseboom. He fires a shot, blockered away by Bailey. Now here comes Petrantonio, sending this one to the red line. Bersani left it there for Doe. He tries to kick it to his stick, didn't have control. Now recollects right wing circle. Doe on the backhand, gets around one man, emerges far side with it. To the point, firing a shot. That one blocked in front. Grade's got to get back. Here's a 2-on-1 developing for Port Huron. Brendan Young with it, left wing circle, waits, fires, and he scores. Got that one through the shoulder of McBurney. He got about 80% of it, but not enough as it finds Twine, and it's 3-2 Port Huron.
Just gave up an odd man rush, turned into a 2-on-1 from a 3-on-2, and Port Huron loves to capitalize on our mistakes, and they did a nice job.
Brennan Young will get credit for that goal as Young picks up his first of the year in his first game with the Prowlers this season. Heck of a start for him. I believe he also got an assist on the Caleb Williams goal early, so a multi-point night for him in game number 1 for Port Huron this season. We are back underway with the Prowlers back in front, 3-2. Pace takes a check, be underneath the goal line there by Finch. Isaiah Crawford is bottled up by Levi Armstrong. Prowlers will rim it around back to the near side. Fraziot with it, top of the left wing circle. This one gets sent out. Icing is on, but Isaiah Crawford's going to win the race in front of Edgar Ozelich. Crawford with it in the corner. Ozelich finishes his check nicely. Gets this one ahead to Finch. Off the glass. Weird bounce. Falls back for Ozelich in the Columbus end. They reverse course, trying to go up the right wing side. Armstrong lost his footing, and icing is on against the River Dragons. 7:47 left to go here in period 2. 3-2 our score in favor of Port Huron. Brennan Young picking up his first goal of the season. For those of you playing along with us at home, 11:37 mark of the second. That one's going to go down unassisted. Face-off coming to the right of McBurney. Frisura taking this draw against Anderson. Anderson wins that one over to the slot where Finch is waiting for it. Finch does a little loop-de-loop between the circles. Now he moves it up the right wing side to Armstrong. He gains the red, dumps it in. This one sent around the board by Manzo. Isaiah Crawford with it here. Now Frisura takes a body check. He tried to get around a man using the boards. Here's Fraziot with it over the red line with some speed, right wing side, chipping it to the middle. MJ Graham went through his stick. Simons on his belly, able to get the poke check on it. Williamson along the half wall, trying to cycle it down, hopped over the stick of MJ. Behind the net it goes for Port Huron. This one is found and sent out on the backhand by Soilis. His counterpart, 27, Fraziot, takes it over. Now an open left wing for MJ Graham to grab it on sides. Graham from the bottom of the circle. Stick wave there by Manzo. Knocked him off path for just a moment. Now the puck goes free here to the near side corner. Under 7 to play here in the second. 3-2 Port Huron.
Dragons doing a nice job with throwing the body around, but again, are not creating the scoring opportunities they need.
Jay Krupp collects this one at neutral ice, carries it in right wing side. He gets tripped up a little bit there. No call coming. Crowd wanted one, and Doyle just absolutely lights up Frisura from the blue line, loses his helmet, and he's got to go off for a change. 6:33 left to go in the second. Remember that hit. That's a huge one there from the rookie defenseman Doyle.
That might be a little payback from a couple things.
Now Matt Graham sends this one across. Open right wing, too far out of the path there of Johnson. He gets checked that was Soilis, Pops up into the air, and McBurney can glove it out of the air for a whistle with 6:18 remaining here in period 2. Prowlers 3, Dragons 2 here in Mississippi.
So beautiful weather down here on the Gulf Coast. And we're back down here in 2 weeks, I think on the 18th. We'll be wearing some ugly sweaters.
Indeed, we will.
Get a chance to bid on those. And good thing for the Ronald McDonald's house in your Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's.
Ugly sweater weekend, if you will, December 17th and 18th with a game here in Biloxi and a game in Columbus. Specialty jerseys worn both nights. The shot from the right circle is saved by McBurney and gloved for another draw. You can bid on those on the Dash app when they come live in about a week or so from now. And you can check the design on our website, ourdragons.com. As Scott said, benefits will proceed to Ronald McDonald House Charities of West Georgia. And a big thanks to the Peizold Management Group, Chattahoochee Valley Area McDonald's, and Q1073 for their partnership in that endeavor. Federle trying to hold this one in right point. He's being bothered big time there. Able to chip it around a couple Dragons. Get into the corner. Matt Graham blindly throws it. And far circle. It's picked up by Dalton J. D to D. Federle now works it to J. Right wing circle. Fakes one shot. Trying to get on the backhand. And McBurney. Good active stick right there. Hey, if you take it off Dalton J's stick, you can't shoot it, right?
That's a good point. If you can neutralize him, then you've neutralized a lot of points for this Port Huron team.
Vartiainen gets tied up in a corner. 2-on-2 battle near side right in front of us here. Hunter Bersani gets involved. Now he intercepts a pass intended for Dalton J in the middle. Puck goes free. Grage, Anderson rims this one around. Held in along the half wall. Vartiainen tried to play it to the middle. Hit a couple of black jerseys in the skates. Petrantonio can't chip it out. Johnson has shot the left point. And a pad save made by McBurney. Another effort from underneath the goal line is blockered away. Now loose side of the net. It goes behind. And the River Dragons captain, Petrantonio, picks it up. Skates this one ahead with speed. 3-on-3. Now being trended to the right wing side. Being bothered by Levesque. Petrantonio with it. Right wing corner. He's trying to fend off Johnson. Those two in a strength battle as the puck goes behind the net. Tied up in the feet. 2-on-2. Just over the right shoulder of Corey Simons. And we get a whistle and a penalty coming up here against Port Huron with McBurney at the red line trying to get the extra man out. 4:53 to go in the second. We'll tell you about the penalty after this on the River Dragons Radio Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
First Georgia Power play of the night coming up for the River Dragons. 4:53 to go in the second. Mo Levesque, 2 minutes for hooking. And the Georgia Power play starts up. River Dragons 7th in the 7-team FPHL at 11.1%. Prowlers 80% on the kill. That has them just good enough for 5th. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, what are you looking for here out of this first power play of the night? That's okay. Take your time.
No, I'm just shocked. There's 4 minutes on the board.
Whoa, you're right. So 4 minutes just went up against
Engagement and sportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. So a double Georgia Power play. 4:53 to go in the second, and 4 minutes of power play time.
You asked me a question. I was shocked by that call.
I was just asking what we wanted to see from the power play. It was not this. A Prowler face-off win and dump down the ice.
Like to see a goal.
Yeah, you would. Prowlers currently lead it 3-2 right now here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, where they are the designated home team. River Dragons will dump this one in. Rims around. Right corner. MJ Graham cancels out Johnson. Williamson has it. Right wing circle. He's being bothered there by Crawford. Behind the net it goes. Krupp with it there. Takes a hit. MJ Graham fishes it out of feet. Being bothered by Matt Graham. Works its way up to the left point. Held in by Grade. Left circle. Here's MJ with it. Dodging away from one stick. Down into the corner for Jay Krupp. Krupp back up to the top. Grade with it. Left point. D to D for Doyle. Now some space. Right circle for Jagger Williamson. Williamson trying to get it back to the right point. Finds Doyle and he gives it right back to Jags. Jagger with it along the half wall near side to Graham. Fires a shot. Deflected. Loose in the crease. And Simons ends up sitting on it. That was a heck of a pinball right there as Simons had it hit him. And it was between his legs, so he closed it up and just sat on that puck to get the whistle. Jay Krupp looking for another tap-in power play goal. 3:58 to go in the second, still 3:06 in the double minor to Levesque.
Yeah, I don't know if people understand how good Corey Simons is. He's a really top goaltender. He's got some nights where he seems to take him off, but for the most part, every time I've seen that young man play, he's a very good goaltender.
Face off to the right of Simons. Tied up. Port Huron's wings will come in support, but it's held in left point by Columbus. Down to the left wing circle. Petrantonio scores!
Wow.
What a snipe going far post and in. And with 2:57 left, the power play will still be on. River Dragons tie it up 3-3 through the captain.
Okay, I'll admit it. I just jinxed the young man. He got caught. Corey got caught too deep in his net. If he just came out another 4 inches, he would have blocked that shot. But Josh Petrantonio, a veteran, able to snipe that and find that far post.
That did not look like much of an angle for him. Then to go far posted in on it, too. Heck of an effort for Petrantonio, his second. And the River Dragons still have 2 minutes of Georgia Power play time as the first minor hadn't been killed off. So 1 for 1 on the Georgia Power play. There you go, Scott. You got your wish.
There you go. So, I wouldn't mind seeing another goal.
Bersani wins the draw.
I got 3 wishes.
We're back underway. Petrantonio gaining over the line, right wing circle with it, being bothered by Johnson. He checks him into the corner, rims it down low. Bersani going to give it back to the captain along the wall. Couldn't handle it off the kick plate. Down the ice it goes. McBurney is going to slow it up at the hash marks. No, eventually catching up to it here will be Trevor Finch. Finch lays it off for Frazier, and here comes another Columbus rush, attacking left to right across your radio dial here in this second period. Through the middle, Austin Doe trying to dodge through a couple of sticks. Doe with it at the right point, puts it down into the corner. Johnson on it, look out, turned over. Doe high slot, save made Simons. Rebound loose in the feet. Soilus finds it and backhands it out to safety for Port Huron. That was dangerous right there, Austin Doe. Good read at the blue line.
Really good read.
3 minutes left to go here in the second. MJ Graham's over the line left wing side. Graham stops it up at the hash marks, being watched by Soilus. Plays it down underneath the goal line. Now pass back up to the left point. D to D across, finds Frazier. Frazier gives it back here for Anderson. Now back to the left wing hash marks, looking for a shot. That one went across the crease and wide. Trying to do an exact carbon copy there, Bersani, what Petrantonio did. Anderson still with it. Schmidt here with it in the left point. Now there's Frazier, left wing circle, firing a shot. Save made Simons, rebound loose, and Graham couldn't come in on it before it gets pushed underneath the goal line by Henning. Right point, Frazier holds this one in. 35 seconds left to go in the Georgia Power play. Another drive from the left point, and a pad save made by Simons, seeing it through traffic. Frazier lets one go, a tip by Graham. Save made Simons. He runs into the goaltender. Puck was loose, but that was probably a good whistle blow there out of that before any other chaos ensued. 2:15 to go in the second. 3-3 our score. 26 seconds left in the man advantage.
So what Port Huron does, or at least the two particular guys they had out there, is they're very aggressive on the points, and they force your defenseman to make a quick pass. Not only is it a smart one, that's why I've seen them come up with so many shorthanded opportunities, but where we have to adjust is if you got pressure on your points, then put your forwards in the middle of the ice, Zach, and trying to chip it to the middle.
Columbus wins that draw to the far side, just does hold it in. Now Port Huron trying to work it out near side. Matt Graham swing and just enough of it to get it out. Now here's Vartiainen one-on-one. Left circle, Vartiainen shot. Trying to go short side of McBurney, and he closed it down. Vartiainen with this puck. He's being checked there. Looks like that's by Doe. Anderson's going to come out. It's Doyle. And now Columbus will work it out the far side wing, and out of the box comes Levesque. So 1 for 2 on the Georgia Power play tonight to tie up the game 3-3. Armstrong played it to the middle, a collision of bodies, and the net has come off behind Simons, and we get a whistle. 1:39 to go in period 2. Shots have just about gotten back even, Scott. 29-28 in the Heckler & Koch shot counter.
I think it's going to shock you, but I think it was Joe Pace threw one of our guys into the net again.
What? No.
Doesn't happen often.
Didn't happen in the first period, though. Face-off will stay in the Port Huron end.
Actually, I apologize to Joe Pace. It was 51 for.
Oh, so it's Matt Graham.
Yeah. So Joe Pace taught Matt Graham what to do and got away with it.
Levesque to take this draw against Williamson. Levesque will win it in the defensive zone for the Prowlers. This one chipped up but not out, held in left point, and now Levesque will find it on his stick, flipped out to center. That'll be cut off by Schmidt at the red line. He'll dodge one man. Oops, sent it off the linesman there.
Way.
Ouch. And he blocked it again. That's a tough bit right there for the linesman, but MJ Graham has it to Jay Krupp. Right circle, Krupp looks for a lane, fires, and closing up the 5-hole there is Simons. This one works back to the left point for Schmidt. He fires one, and it
went in.
The red light went off. The referee waved it off. Oh, my, what was that? Krupp backpedaling, falls, holds it in. Now Schmidt with it, left circle. Schmidt lets one go, and a shoulder save made there by Simons. Must have gone off the base of the post. Near side for us. Red light went on, but the referee waved it off. And there's under a minute to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. MJ Graham has us behind that. He gets checked by Federley. Those two cancel out of the play. Coming in to help out, and now being thrown into the boards is Bersani. He gets away from heading backdoor play, and MJ Graham couldn't get there in time. Graham checks Brennan Young. Now two more bodies cancel out in the far corner. Graham's exhausted. He heads off to finish his shift. 33 seconds left to go in the second. Coming off the bench, Petrantonio a blast. Save made. Rebound loose. Bersani dug it out but couldn't fire it home, and he finishes off Dustin Henning after he dumps it down the length. 22 seconds left to go in the second. Dragons are buzzing with speed ahead. Petrantonio to Doe. Gets around a man. Doe backhand. And a good block there as Dustin Henning got himself in the way. Bersani with it from behind the cage. A dozen seconds left. Doe fires and just wide of the far post. Left point. That one gets held in. Rimmed around behind the net for Bersani again. Trying to work it back to the point for Grade. Isaiah Crawford gets in the way with 2 seconds left. And that will do it for the second period of play. Well, not nearly as busy in the scorebook, but very interesting period nonetheless, and the teams are still tied through 40 minutes of play. 3-3 our score. Scott, your initial thoughts?
Well, we're still waiting for an answer from the officials about what we perceived as a goal. The officials are supposed to check with a goal judge, but I'm sure these... Anyway, I thought we played the last 4 or 5 minutes. We played pretty well. And here comes Drome's on the ice. Oh, morons threatening him with an unsportsmanlike. I'll let you know who the moron is.
3-3
I'm not talking about the officials.
3-3 our score through 40 minutes of play. Let's take a break. When we come back, the McDonald's second intermission report after this on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
I know I need to pay attention to my health, but I just can't seem to find the time. Between rushing to work and taking care of the kids, there's not much time left over for me. So I decided to start small by eating more fruits and vegetables and being more active. And then I got the family to make some changes too. We started by keeping a bowl of fresh fruit on the counter, and I limit the amount of sweet snacks I keep in the house. I've also found some creative ways to add more vegetables to our meals. We're taking more walks, and on the weekends, we head down to the pool at the rec center. It doesn't happen every day, but it does happen. You don't have to change your entire life to be healthier. Just make some simple changes and include your family. You'll see how easy and fun it can be.
You can make a difference. Eat smart, play hard. And when you do, your kids will too. A challenge from USDA.
A very lively second period of play, but our teams are still tied. 3-3 now our score through 40 minutes of play. And we're on the McDonald's Second Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, we talked about it. We actually looked back at the Justin Schmidt chance. Very tough to see from our camera angles here what we could or could not see. For my money, why I delayed so much, it appeared to me like it went off the base of the post, but you brought up the point. I mean, it was quiet. You couldn't hear a post ring out. So obviously a very tough situation. Goal light goes on, referee waves it off, and that's why we still sit 3-3 through 40 minutes of play.
And people think I get on the officials. I'm the biggest supporter of officials there is. I'll tell you this: my frustration though is the way things are handled. I mean, instead of at least asking people, it was an arrogant at the end of get off the ice or I'm going to unsport. Just go ask. Because if you're not going to change the guy's mind. Folks, I was an official in minor pro hockey for a long time. You're not going to change the official's mind. But if you as the official at least give the appearance that you're using all your resources, at that point, people forget about it. And we've caught two big breaks here, I think. First of all, MJ Graham picks up the double minor behind play after Port Huron Port Huron scores. My question to you, Zach, and we both are officials, the back referee blows a whistle. If we're the only one with a penalty, why was the whistle blown when Port Huron's in the power play?
Yeah.
Then we just come off this double Port Huron comes off a double minor where we get the – you didn't see the call. The call was in back of the net. The front official was looking at it. Didn't call it. It was a hole. I mean, it was a guy took his free hand off, put it on the guy, slowed him down a little bit. Back official called the hook. In the penalty box, the Port Huron player said something to the official. Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't, how was your Thanksgiving? It's probably more along the line to take his turkey and stuff it. But it didn't show the official up, and at this level, you got to have hard skin. You don't call a double minor penalty. I mean, we've gotten all the breaks tonight. My frustration, I think the frustration of everybody who's gone to watch a game is just the way that it's use your resources. Now, great hockey game. Port Huron's playing well. We've gotten some breaks. We've gotten some opportunities, and we got a 3-3 hockey game. No fisticuffs that period.
No fisticuffs, but plenty of penalties, and the Prowlers ended up breaking the ice in the second period first, not only through Mo Levesque that got called back, as we mentioned, but at the 11:37 mark, Brennan Young got one that did count, a 2-on-1 effort, was able to get around, I believe it was Jake Grade, set up a 2-on-1 rush, and Young just fired it through the armpit of Bailey McBurney, who squeezed most of it, but got 80% of the puck, not 100, as that drifted in to make it 3-2. But then in the late stages, on that 4-minute penalty to Mo Levesque, a Petrantonio shot from the left wing circle from, I won't say an impossible angle, but at the angle he went to go far post and in, that required a heck of a lot of accuracy from the River Dragons captain. Found his lane, caught Simons back in his crease, and he tied it up 3-3 with a heck of a shot.
Yeah, I don't know if Simons fell or what, but he was way too far in his net. He just needed to come out and maybe another half a foot and block that. By no means in any disrespect to the young man, as I had said right before the face-off, he's a hell of a goaltender. But and then Port Huron comes off and kills off the second half of that, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Let's hope it stays that way for what should be a very exciting third period.
Petrantonio from Bersani and Fraziot on the power play is how we sit 3-3 through 40 minutes of play. River Dragons 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play and 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Special teams trying to finally correct themselves after the 3-game skid Columbus suffered last week. Shots on goal in the Heckler & Koch shot counter, 30-29 in favor of Columbus. That's a second period total of 19-13. I think Jerome can look at that number and be very happy with how his team was able to sustain good offensive pressure in that period compared to the last.
Absolutely, and I think we got better as the game. We've gotten better as the game got on. So hopefully it means we'll have a good third period.
All right, let's take a break to clean it up. Chuck a puck down on the ice. When we come back, a look around the league and the Southern Hockey Scoreboard after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons. Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, McDonald's second intermission report brought to you by McDonald's, the Peasold family, owners and operators of the local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's, great partners with us, offering a 4 for $48 deal on select games throughout the season. Get 4 tickets, 4 hats, and 4 meals, good for a combo at any local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's, all for the low price, just $48. That's a value of over $125, 4 for $48, select games throughout the season. Visit ourdragons.com/MCD deal, ourdragons.com/MCD-deal, or call the River Dragons office, 706-507-4625 for more details. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Three our score here in Mississippi between the River Dragons and the Prowlers. Time to take a look around the SPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. This is the only game in action on a Thursday night. Of course, a rare Thursday night game for the Fed, especially early on in the season. But neutral site game allows a good stage for a test market. And Scott, the crowd has come out. Now, I will say they've been eerily quiet at times, but I think we've both brought up the point is, who are they rooting for? The designated home team in Port Huron or the more southern team in Columbus? I'm not 100% sure, but when there has been action, they've gotten into it, and the crowd's numbers look pretty good tonight.
Well, I think they're now they figured it out. They're behind Port Huron, but you're right. Early on, they were really, really quiet, and it's almost like you walk downstairs and Santa Claus was there the night before, and you see all the presents. They came down here, saw a great atmosphere in the first period, and what a nice crowd. And as I said, I think good things will happen down here on the Gulf Coast.
Got a very exciting conclusion of the game coming up, too, we certainly hope. Coming up on Friday, Port Huron is at Columbus in the Civic Center, both Friday and Saturday, 7:30 puck drops between the two teams. Tickets available, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Elsewhere, Delaware is at Danbury for a 2-game set at the Danbury Ice Arena, and 1 game on Saturday that's just a one-off, Watertown at Binghamton, 7 o'clock puck drop at the Visions Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Also some midweek action, Wednesday, December 8th, Watertown at Danbury, and then Thursday, December 9th, Carolina at Port Huron. So a couple midweek games coming up next week. And that's your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's, the official fuel provider of your Columbus River Dragons. How about a look over at the Southern Hockey Scoreboard for just a moment? We are 10 seconds away from the intermission in Birmingham, and the score still remains 1-0 in favor of Macon. That is the only game in the SPHL tonight. Getting a little bit goofy with 34 penalty minutes between the two teams. Let's take a quick check, and we do have a couple of 10-minute unsportsmanlike conducts, and they even give in parentheses obscene gestures, Scott, one of your favorites. That all happened at the 9:06 mark between Brett Menton and Caleb Cameron for Macon and Stefan Alvo and Russell Jordan for Birmingham.
Use your imagination.
And if you got the Hockey TV subscription, I wonder how much they caught as well. Tomorrow, the SPHL's got a full slate of games. Roanoke at Fayetteville, Evansville at Huntsville, Macon at Pensacola, Peoria at Quad City, and Knoxville at Birmingham. That's your look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready to go for the Houston Clinic third period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, River Dragons and Prowlers tied 3-3 in the first of three neutral site games this month, all featuring the River Dragons as the road team. Second and December 30th, today and later in the month, we'll have the Port Huron Prowlers as the home team. December 17th, it'll be Columbus at Carolina here in Biloxi. That should be a fun one for the crowd as well.
Even though we're wearing the dark or the road.
Yeah, we're wearing the black jerseys. Port Huron's wearing the white. I guess it might be even more of a throwback to old school having the home team in white.
Yeah,
huh?
and we are the hockey capital of the South. So if you're joining us, we're in the Mississippi Coliseum, seats 9,150 for ice hockey. That would be the places packed. For those of you who have color television or color computers, I can't afford one. Mine's still in black and white. The blue seats seat 5,500. So that's kind of where they're at now. They did allow people to move up. Pre-sale tickets was 3,500 as of 8 o'clock this morning. The number we believe we're at right now is about at least 4,000. I don't think we quite hit the 5,000 mark, but we're probably in the 42 range is my guess. As I said, people have kind of fanned out a little bit. From our camera angle, in front of us, the section is completely packed.
There's one camera angle we occasionally take. You could see people jumping up right in the middle of it. In fact, we could hear the production room across the way. The Biloxi people in charge of the rink were yelling at people to sit down. So it's got a lot of people in it here for sure. It's been loud at times. It's been intense at times. And now we got 20 more minutes to play. Scott, quickly, as the coaching staff return onto the ice, what do you think's being said in those? What do you think was said in those rooms as we get ready for the final 20 minutes of regulation?
Well, we got to hurry up and go to break because the kiss cam just popped up. But here's the thing, Zach, is that I think both teams. Listen, it's a 0-0 game. We're starting from scratch. Eliminate stupid penalties, eliminate mistakes, and take the shots when you have a chance.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Houston Clinic third period next on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus-Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Did you know that generic drugs are just as safe and effective as brand name drugs? Generics might look different, but they work the same way. And they can even save you money. Don't believe me? Ask your doctor or pharmacist. Or visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
A lot of crowd work being done as we get ready for the third period of play, brought to you by Houston Clinic, helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. I'm Zach DeBozart, he's Scott Brand, and this crowd, they're still here, they're loud, and they've got a very exciting conclusion to this game coming up. 3-3 as we get ready for the third period of play with the River Dragons dressed in the all-black look, gray numbers and teal trim. They're going to go right to left across your radio dial. Bailey McBurney has stopped 26 of 29 Prowlers shots. His counterpart, goaltender, is Corey Simons over to the left, who finishes his crease. 27 saves on 30 River Dragons shots, and the Prowlers dressed in the white with the red chest band encasing the Prowlers circle logo, red helmets and red pants. They are going to go left to right.
Well, we know the sound system works here.
That we do, Scott. We were remarking not even able to hear ourselves think in between the breaks there, but it's good. You want a loud atmosphere, especially when, as we remarked, the crowd maybe a little uncertain exactly who they're supporting, but I think maybe now they've figured out that as the Prowlers home game, I guess they're in on Port Huron. So we'll see if the River Dragons can play the rude house guests here in this final 20 minutes of play.
I'm not sure who Mississippi's arch rival was. Probably Mobile at one point in the early days, or
have to imagine
Lafayette.
Have to imagine the days where the River Kings or Memphis was in the league. It's opposite side of the state, sure, but that in-state stuff is always pretty big. Of course, while we're in the state, just talk about the Egg Bowl and how that game is always seemingly chaos on Thanksgiving Day between Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know what the Egg Bowl was.
So someone says Egg Bowl to you in this state, and you would have looked at them like, well, where do we go to get that for food?
Is that a Waffle House thing, or is that a new who's the third period brought to us by?
Third period brought to you by Houston Clinic, helping the River Dragons get back to full strength.
We have a bit of an ice issue.
Yeah, we have a slight ice issue. It's behind the Port Huron net, which is in the zone to our left right now, and they're just sort of sweeping over it with some blades. The way they're going at it, it doesn't seem like it's a hole in the ice. It's actually rough patch in the ice because they're actually just trying to shave it down and maybe make it smooth. Austin Federle coming over and observing the work being done by our officiating crew. And we have a slight delay to the start of this third period.
So what time is it back home?
Well, we appreciate those of you staying up a little bit later than normal with us. It is 10:15 back in the Eastern Time Zone. Of course, many of our fans probably find themselves in the Central Time Zone anyway, so this is pretty standard fare for them. It's 9:15 here locally at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum.
But kids, listen, you got school tomorrow, so turn the computer off and put the game on the radio. Get under the bed. You should have had your ice cream by now if you took your bath. And by the way, for the record, fans, Zach won't be getting ice cream.
Rude.
Anyway, and so those in the Central Time Zone, hey, it's only 9:15.
The Central Time Zone is your preferred time zone.
It is. I mean, I hate to diss Columbus and Port Huron, but
yet you live
there's something so nice about you're in bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but you live in Georgia in the Eastern Time Zone back home.
No.
But Alabama's just over there. You could have had your chance.
Listen, I appreciate the 7 to 8 o'clock hour of being able to watch reruns of old shows. I do appreciate that, but, if prime time started at 7, I could be in bed by 10 o'clock and not miss anything. I think we're finally ready to go.
Yeah, the Scott Brand fill session is now over.
These people understand that Scott Brand is not the spry young man that he thinks he once was, but it's an old man whose body is deteriorating and mind has left.
Let's recap you quickly here as the teams get ready for a center ice drop. Prowlers had the early lead, 1-0 in the first through Caleb Williams. River Dragons took it back through Graham and Doe. Dalton J then tied it up. And for a moment in the second period, Prowlers had the lead again through Brennan Young. But Josh Petrantonio's power play goal had us tied up 3-3 as we begin the Houston Clinic third period. Prowlers dumped this one into the Columbus end. Matt Graham to the middle. Vartiainen dragged it back towards the crease. And Bailey McBurney had to make a good save falling away. Here's Josh Petrantonio. Skates this one ahead for Columbus. Gains the red line. Chips it into the zone softly. Doe and Federle in on this. Federle's just ahead of Doe. Those two will cancel out. And the puck falls free for Alex Johnson. On the backhand, Petrantonio got in the way of that. It's tied up along the half wall. Petrantonio can't push it down farther. And it goes for Dalton J now. J with this coming in on the right wing side. He fires a shot and a blocker save made there by McBurney. Here's Jay Krupp with this puck. Krupp, left wing side, will chip it in from the red. Cross ice dump to the right wing corner, but it rims back around to the near side wall. Williamson playing this one over for Krupp. Left circle, turns, fires, and a save made there by Simons as he got off his post in time to grab that one on the chest.
Man, Port Huron just always finds a way to create opportunities early or late in the period, And I'm not saying we're going to score next, but even if you score next, you got to get a 2 or 3 goal lead on Port Huron. They just don't give up.
19:11 left to go here in the third. 3-3 our score. Shots even at 31 apiece. Petrantonio wins the draw. Doyle's shot gets blocked. Williamson won the draw, but Doyle's shot was blocked. And here's Port Huron back the other way. Trying to come in with this over the line is Young. He hits a body with his shot, Henning's shot, and that one's just sent wide of the blocker hand of McBurney. Doyle is tied up here behind the net by Caleb Williams. He had the game's opening goal back in the first. Jay Krupp pushes this one ahead, off wall to MJ Graham. He's trying to stick handle around one, and Nick Manzo did a good job staying with him and not giving him any space. Back into the Columbus end it goes. Dalton Anderson doing a little defensive duty right now. Jay Krupp got a tip on that just in front of the red, and the linesman wave off icing. Port Huron touched this one up, send it down the near side boards. Brennan Young tries to chip it into the zone. It was off sides if he would have touched it, and Columbus comes back the other way with it now. Here's Williamson over the line, 2-on-2, right wing side. Williamson to the middle, backhand Finch. A save made there by Simons as Finch pulled it backhand to forehand. Got a good effort, but Finch shrugged it off high on his post. Roseboom rims this one around. Finds his way to Frisura. Now here's Isaiah Crawford. Hits him in stride right wing side. Isaiah Crawford fires just wide of the blocker hand on McBurney. Trying to go in on that far post. Columbus able to push it out only for a moment. Here's Roseboom in over the line outside. His shot sticked away by Bailey. And into the corner it will go. Checked there is Frazier. It's a 2-on-2 battle all in the near corner. Falls back out to the slot. Levi Armstrong has it. Off the glass and out. Roseboom at the red line. Inadvertently flips that into the Columbus bench. And we'll get a neutral zone draw at center ice. 17:39 left to go in the third. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop, 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. Check them out online, oldschoolbarbershop.com, oldschoolbarber.com, where you can book your appointments online or do it the old-fashioned way. Call 706-321-5930. Old School Barbershop, official barbershop and hair provider of the Columbus River Dragons.
Or be real old-fashioned and send a telegram.
Hair provider doesn't sound right. I should have said hair care provider. I'll figure that out. Sherry, I'll figure out that read for you. I'm sorry. River Dragons and Prowlers tied up with this behind the net of McBurney. No hand pass waved as Stavros Soilis picks himself up out of that scrum. Columbus will collect it. Ozelinch moves this one ahead. Here's a one-on-one effort as the River Dragons pushing it to the left wing side with Bersani. He slows it up, gets himself some space, firing a shot. Save made. Doe with the rebound behind the net. Doe trying to wrap it around. He had a stick knocked away by Pace on the effort. Paul Frazier has this near side circle in the Columbus end. Under 17 minutes to play here in the third. 3-3 our score. Long stretch pass. Jay Krupp with a swing and a miss and no touch for an icing call against the Dragons. And Port Huron will take the option to change with some tired bodies out there. 16:48 to go here in the third.
So Port Huron with the offensive zone shots on, or face-off. The shots on goal 33-32 in favor of your Dragons.
Matt Graham set to take this draw against Bersani. Graham tied up the stick, eventually won it, but he put it past Federley. Down the ice it goes. Columbus racing after this. Jay Krupp forward one on the forecheck. Alex Johnson rims it around. Gloved out of the air by Williamson. Loose in the feet. Port Huron will take it over. They got numbers back if they hustle. Matt Graham sends this one over. Right wing side. Vartiainen dekes around one, but then lost the puck on the backhand as he went to the near side circle. Federley plays this one down deeper into the corner. Matt Graham trying to go across, circle to circle. Finds his man. It's Vartiainen. Can't do anything with it, though, as he was tied up. Now Vartiainen's side of the net. Overskated the puck. Recollects it behind the net. The shifty Finn has it from behind. Justin Schmidt trying to check him. Vartiainen still with it on the backhand. Moves it over to the far side circle. Taking abuse from Schmidt. Now cycles it down for Matt Graham. Frazier, good check onto him. Puck is free beneath the feet, and Schmidt rims it around. MJ Graham trying to chip it out. He does. 2-on-1 rush, but Jay Krupp could not settle that puck in Port Huron. Plays it back out to center. Vartiainen quickly into the path of Dalton Jay. Stops up left wing circle. Past the high slot. Vartiainen backhand spin around shot, and an easy 6 save made by McBurney, seeing it along the ice. Pass to the slot, knocked away by a River Dragon stick. Picked up off the wall here by Jay Krupp. Krupp tries to send it ahead to MJ Graham. No doing on the stretch pass, but icing waved off as Graham was ahead of the play. MJ Graham checked there along the half wall by Alex Johnson. Prowlers will find in the corner loose, and Austin Federley skates this one to center. Federley on the backhand sends this one in behind the net of McBurney. He wanted to play it, but it was just out of his reach. Rimmed around by Ozelinch. Finch will have it now here on the far side circle. Playing it off the wall. Doyle trying to send it out. Held in there by Crawford. Now look out. Left circle. A chance. Heading, and a great glove save made there by McBurney. And it's 15:08 left to go here in the third. Excuse me, that was Levesque who fired the shot, and Levesque is extremely unhappy with Trevor Finch.
Yeah, he's trying to go. I got ice sticked.
Came across to scream something at him. McBurney, the great windmill save. 15:08 to go here in the third, and Levesque now has to take a draw here against Finch. Levesque going to try and fire that shot. Nothing doing as it hits the side of the net. Frazier rimmed it around, hit the steel weird on the stanchion. Just got out. Port Huron has to touch up on the delayed offsides. Armstrong slaps this one in from right in front of the Port Huron bench. Now trying to move this one up ahead. Through the middle is Levesque. Getting it over right circle for Young. Backhand effort. And just missed the short side corner there on McBurney. Armstrong taking some abuse from Levesque on the back check. At the red line, it falls loose, and Columbus dumps it in. It goes off a body. Still loose along center ice. And Trevor Finch will knock it down and kick it back to his defense. 14:33 left to go here in the third. Prowlers and River Dragons deadlocked at 3. Good check put into the boards as Nick Manzo boxes out a man. Let Stavros Soilis takes the puck out of feet. Soilis with speed ahead. Right wing circle with it. He fires. Blocker save made by McBurney. Rebound goes out to the far circle. Petrantonio got tied up. It was loose the side of the net for a moment, and Brennan Young couldn't settle it. Now look out. MJ Graham got tied up. Soilis to the middle. That goes off. What a kick save. McBurney with the absolute toe of his skate just denied Soilis as it hit off of his body and was dribbling in towards an open net. Now Petrantonio with it right wing corner. Spins away from a check. Puts it down deeper. Behind the net. Racing after this one is Doe. Doe with it. Playing it on the backhand. Excuse me. Bersani. Now he plays it back to Doe behind the net. Doe lost it off the side of the cage. Loose in the slot for a moment. And Petrantonio couldn't lift the stick. Back the other way. Port Huron's trying to get it out. Good hold in at the left point there by Schmidt, pinching it on the play. But now Roseboom sends it ahead behind his intended target there in Frisura. And Petrantonio dumps this one down.
Yeah, the Dragons, man, just like to give these chances up, but got a good line change going here. Now just got to gain possession of the puck.
Soilis just in over the line, takes a check, loses the puck, and now Krupp will push this one over to Jagger Williamson. Williamson, right wing side with some speed, pushes it into the zone for himself. Joe Pace watching over him. Williamson drops it back on the cycle. MJ Graham in the corner with it now. Graham double team hit, loose there in the slot for a moment, and Pace rubs shoulders there with Krupp, and here comes Port Huron back the other way. Frisura with it, left wing side, goes off the body of a River Dragon. Williamson sends us ahead. MJ Graham's one-on-one here with Federley. Graham gives it for Krupp. He's in all alone. Krupp backhand, back of the net, a save made. Pace was going after Williamson, and now someone's coming in to fight Pace. I think this is Frazier. Frazier and Pace are going in at each other. Pace has got the jersey ripped over top Frazier. That fight strap's holding on for dear life, and Pace will end up knocking down Frazier out of all of it.
Pace jumps Williamson from behind. He was going after him the whole shift. I don't know what he did. I don't know what Williamson did. He's not like he's a big guy, and Pace is still going after him.
12:48 left to go in the third, and we get our first media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, still sorting out the penalties after Pace and Frazier ended up dropping the gloves. Fans Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson, and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FB-WIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop at a Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. Columbus wins the opening draw as Pace did pick up an extra at the end of that play, so it's a Georgia power play, 1 for 2 so far tonight for Columbus. Right wing circle, here's Williamson with it now. Williamson from the top of the right circle, given space, walks it to the dot, thought about the shot, Henning was clogging that up. Now a pass across, he finds Doyle. Doyle's going to trade places with the defenseman, half wall back for Williamson. Williamson to MJ Graham, left wing circle, fire stick save, made there by Simons. 12.5 left to go here in third. 20 seconds gone in the Georgia power play. Grade to the right point. Doyle fakes the shot. Williamson, right circle, walks it. Didn't like what he saw. Played it off wall. Back for Doyle. Doyle backdoor to Graham. Couldn't pull the trigger. Graham now backdoor for Williamson. What a save. Simons got across, and somehow it's underneath them. And now Jagger Williamson trading stick bumps with another one of the Prowlers here. And MJ Graham's going to come over. And I think that's Matt Graham. Tough to see the number from that far deep in the corner. He just
cross-checked our guy in the face, is on the ice. I don't know what Williamson did. Obviously, he must have did something.
Trying to see the number on that.
But they got to give Graham one for cross-checking him when he's on his knees.
So, yeah, it was Matt Graham. Now, the teams have gone back to each of their benches, not ready for a face-off, which I'm a tad perplexed by.
Well, the referee pointed at the penalty box.
12:10 left to go here in the third. And the penalty box doors remain shut. 1:23 remaining in the extra, picked up by Pace. Oh, and there we go. Oh, Isaiah Crawford picks up a penalty. So here's a huge 5-on-3.
Nobody knows what's going on.
No, it's 5-on-4. What? Unless Pace picked up a 2-10 and Crawford's in to serve that, because we're still 5-on-4 despite Crawford entering the penalty box. Who knows? We don't, but the River Dragons are still on the power play. D-to-D pass across. Doyle has it left point. Petrantonio whiffed on it from an acute angle in the corner. Off the glass, and Doyle couldn't take that one out of the air. McBurney will move it off near side circle.
Sometimes, never mind. Back to this. We're on a power play for a minute, and come on, Dragons. Let's get some things going here.
The Dragons looking for their second lead of the game. They had one for only about 7 seconds back in the later stages of the first period. Skating this one into the zone, right wing side is Petrantonio. 3-on-2 as he hits the line at the hash marks. High slot to Bersani. Drops it off at the point. Skating it with speed. Doyle firing one. That blocked there by Levesque. Little passing up the wall. Grade with it left point to Doyle. Went through his stick but held in right point by the boards. Doyle trying to go backdoor for Petrantonio. Has it off the corner wall. Petrantonio on the backhand. Works it down for Bersani. 25 seconds left in the pace minor. Petrantonio to Doyle. That one went through his stick. Just took his eye off the puck at the last moment. And the River Dragons have to vacate the zone. Here's Petrantonio. Takes the pass in over the line left wing side. Now it goes off of a body. Federley plays it ahead to Larry Vartiainen. Vartiainen 1-on-2 as he's trying to take on the Columbus defense. Sends it across the crease. And nobody home in white jersey. Now the River Dragons have numbers back. 4-on-3 as they hit the line in the midst of a change. And Bersani and Dustin Henning ran into each other in a big collision along the half side. Crawford is out of the box, so Joe Pace must have picked up a 2-10 as we're back to 5-on-5, but Pace is still in the penalty box. Croup backhand sends this one off the near wall. MJ Graham had to wait for it at the blue line to remain on sides. Now Krupp with it, left wing circle, fires just high over the bar there on Simons. Held in right point by Ozelinch. He lets one go, deflect, save made Simons, and he was trending back towards his goal line there, but is able to keep the puck and himself out. 10:23 to go in the third, still 3-3.
Actually, what would have happened, Pace got 7 minutes, right? So with the extra,
there you go.
He couldn't have come on the ice, so they needed a guy to serve the
Not a 2 and 10, the 2 and the 5 for the fight. My mistake there. So Frazier also still in the box for probably a little bit less than 3 minutes as well. It's a good catch by you, Scott. Williamson wins a draw. Shot from Graham is sticked away by Simons. Williamson still with it. Right circle. Graham a shot trying to go back door off of Krupp, and he sent it wide. Krupp tied up along the half wall. 3-on-2 in favor of Port Huron trying to come out of the scrum. Williamson couldn't seal up the wall back towards the point. Crawford going to play this one over in front of the penalty boxes. Williamson dipsy doodles around one. Now brings it to the middle. Jagger Williamson fires, and a big blocker save made there by Simons. Krupp, big check laid onto him by Frisura, and Graham lets that one go by him. Jagger Williamson tied up with Manzo. Dustin Henning sends it up, but not out as it's held in left point by Columbus. Good play by Doyle, works it into the corner, takes a check for his efforts. MJ Graham held up along the wall there by Manzo. A second Prowler comes in, and Port Huron's able to dig it out of the scrum. Manzo works this far side. Now a stretch pass ahead, hits a body. Puck goes loose, right wing, in over the line on sides. With this puck is Manzo, drops it back, and Finch was ready and takes away that drop pass. 9:22 left to go here in the third. Looking to break this deadlock. 3-3 here from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. A good pass, left wing side. Finch is in over the line. A backhand effort to Armstrong, and that one was knocked off his stick as he tried to drive the net. Coming back with this is Vartiainen. 2-on-2 as he hits the line right wing. Vartiainen gets it poked, falls to the defense, and played to the near side wall. Off the glass and out. Won't have the legs for icing with 9 minutes to go in the third.
Good. Did I hear a whistle?
You did. And everybody has stopped.
Well, that's because we had to take the media timeout.
There's a couple players with hands up in the air. Don't know about what, but hey,
they just don't care.
I guess we'll take this 30 seconds after this on the River Dragons Radio Network.
Is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. 8:56 to go here in the third. 3-3 our score. Columbus and Port Huron. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, we still don't know what that whistle was for.
For the media timeout.
Yeah, it got our media timeout out of the way, so all right, we'll take it. And now we can get ourselves back underway with a neutral zone draw that's won by Columbus. Petrantonio fires it in from outside the blue line, and a save made by Simons, catching it in the glove hand. 8:51 left to go in the third. 3-3 our score. Also even on the shot counter. 38 apiece on the Heckler & Koch shot counter here at the MCC.
So the Dragons face off inside the Port Huron zone.
Will come to the right of Simons. And that'll be one straight back to Simons, and Johnson will cover up his netminder so he can get a glove on that. We will do it again, coming up to the right of Simons. Matt Graham taking this one against Bersani. Graham wins it, and Federley has it back behind his own net. This one rims around. Petrantonio holds in along the half wall. Doe and Federley, it's tied up between their feet. They're canceling out in the corner boards. Coming in to pick it up is Bersani. He's being watched by Johnson. Sends it to the near side corner for Petrantonio. Now back for Bersani, left wing circle. Excuse me, that's Doe. Doe trying to get away from Alex Johnson, using the net as some cover. Johnson sticks with him. Backhand across the crease. That one surprised Simons. It didn't have an angle towards goal, but it was dangerous. Ozelinch pinching on the play, able to kick that one back to the slot, but Federley finds it and rims it around the board's far side. And Columbus, getting a change in the middle of all this, had to be careful as they dumped it back in from the red line. Alex Johnson plays this one up ahead, near side to Dalton Jay. Jay getting it back and a little give and go with Vartiainen. Now Vartiainen's got it right circle, fires a shot, save made McBurney, A little bit of contact there by Jay. We'll draw a couple of black jerseys to him, and we will get a whistle. 7:59 to go here in the third. Still 3-3, Dragons and Prowlers.
Kind of a love shoulder by Dalton Jay. Dalton's not the type of guy that's going to run a goaltender.
No, he's not. And Dalton Jay is a veteran, and that's one of the, one of those codes of hockey, kind of give a veteran a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, Alex Johnson, though, did not get that same benefit of the doubt back in the first period from Jake Krupp. So, it's more of a guideline than a rule.
7:58 here, third period, 3-3.
Jagger Williamson's going to get tossed out of this draw against Mo Levesque, so MJ Graham's going to come in to take it.
Have we figured out what they're going after him for?
Still not sure, to be honest with you, but I'm sure we'll hear about it on the ride back. Grade rims this one around. Henning's able to kick it and keep it in the zone for the Prowlers. Now Grade goes cross ice, near side wing. Open space for Jake Krupp. Touches into the path of MJ Graham. Graham left wing circle, gets around, has to play it to the crease, and a save made there by Simons. Port Huron clears it, but not out. Right point held in by the Dragons. Henning couldn't find that one along the half wall. Jagger Williamson reaching. Roseboom takes it away from him, though. Here come the Prowlers, 3-on-3 as they hit the left wing side. It'll be dumped into the zone on net for McBurney, who will cover it up for the whistle. 7:26 now left to go here in period 3. Really starting to feel like next goal might win this one, Scott, but the way we've seen goals come in out of nowhere, certainly not that chance. I say it, though, because we're seeing a lot of teams trying to play more mistake-free hockey than aggressive, though.
Well, I think I agree with you, Zach, as I don't think teams aren't being aggressive. Just they don't want to make a mistake in your own zone.
Port Huron wins the draw, and the shot in the top left wing circle is saved by McBurney as Alex Johnson let one go, and the Beverly, Massachusetts native was up to the task. Another face-off to the right of McBurney. Tied up in the feet between Williamson and Frisura, and Columbus will escape out of it with the wing support. Finch gets checked into the wall there by Barr, and back into the Port Huron end it goes. Circle-to-circle pass as Johnson will flip this one to center. Barr gloves it down out of the Columbus line. Ozelinch got his stick chopped out of his hand and no call coming. He was looking for one, and Ozelinch decides to get 2 points for the takedown on Barr in the corner there since he was without a stick. And fair play is fair play. We move on with no arms up in the air. Stavros Soilis nearly had an open right wing to come in on, but that one gets taken away at the line. Fraziot skates it in a backhand effort, puts it down deeper. Columbus touches up on a delayed offsides. Federley moves it to the near side wall, hops over the stick of Barr, so Petrantonio can get it back to his defense. And now Fraziot will give it back to the captain. 6:33 to go here in period 3. Petrantonio, left wing corner, sends this one around. He runs into Alex Johnson. Their sticks collide, still loose behind the net. And Johnson on a backhand just gets it out off the high glass. Down ice, it'll go for icing. As winning the race there is Grade. 6:19 to go in the third. Tired unit for the Prowlers. River Dragons, can they take advantage here late in the third?
We hope somebody can take advantage here in the third because we got a long drive back.
Face-off will come to the left of Simons. It will be Frisura to take this draw against Bersani. Scraping for it in the feet. Frisura kicks it and wins it, and it'll be collected by Johnson off the near side wall. Soilis pushes this one ahead. One-on-one for Vartiainen. Vartiainen backhand, he scores! Unbelievable angle. Lauri Vartiainen somehow found the short side on McBurney, roofed that one, and tucked it back bar and in. 6:07 to go in the third, and it's 4-3.
Well, McBurney, he committed way too early on that one. He went down, and Vartiainen went top drawer.
Heck of an effort right
went
there.
Upstairs.
Coming off of the icing call, Prowlers had a slightly tired unit out there. And Lauri Vartiainen, his first goal as a Prowler this season, comes in a huge moment. 6:07 left to go here in the third. And the Dragons are going to have to ramp up the intensity now. Williamson wins the draw. We are back underway here in Biloxi. MJ Graham, right wing side, rushes this one into the zone. Graham, right circle, wide of the glove hand, rims itself around. Held in left point by Fraziot. Working it down into the corner. Graham plays it for Williamson. Williamson, bottom of the left wing circle. Now playing it to the high slot. Fraziot waits. Deeks, penalty coming up as Fraziot got tripped up off of that puck from a diving Matt Graham. And we get a power play coming up to the Dragons. And Matt Graham is hot. He does not like that call, but he took down Fraziot enough to prevent the scoring opportunity. And 5:45 to go in the third. A Georgia Power play coming up.
Joe Pace gets to come back onto the ice.
River Dragons are 1 for 3 on the Georgia Power play. We did see Frazier out. Now Pace's time is served. So Matt Graham, the lone man in both penalty boxes. Long 2 minutes up on the board for him. Can the Dragons find an equalizer here on the man advantage? They're 1 for 3 previous, thanks to the captain, Petrantonio. Williamson wins the draw. Right point. Now D to D goes over to Doyle. Doyle gives it back to Grade, center point, right circle, works it to Williamson. Williamson looking for a shooting lane, nothing there as Henning's closing it down. To Doyle, left point. Doyle working it back for Williamson, right circle, trying to go to the slot, knocked away. Grade fires one, back door. Krupp couldn't put a stick on that one. MJ Graham gets in front of it, held in left point, shot coming in, and Krupp took too much off it in front of Simons. At the left point, Doyle, little shimmy shake, gets around a man, fires, pad save by Simons, who saw it enough at the last minute. This one dumped down the length of the ice by the Prowlers, so we'll start up a change. 35 seconds gone in the Georgia Power play.
Good opportunities. I don't think we need to get as cute as we're trying to get on doing an ESPN Sports Center goal. Just shoot the puck.
River Dragons taking this one out of their own zone as we get the goal call announcement. Vartiainen from Soilus at the 13:53 mark here in the third. This one gets rimmed around. Behind the net it goes. Krupp trying to pick it up off of Levesque. He got a little too cute with it. Levesque still had the puck at his feet, and now he'll dump it down the length of the ice. Over halfway through this Georgia Power play right now, and McBurney tees it up behind for the Columbus defense. Frazier moves this one over. Petrantonio with some speed ahead and some open space right wing. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Petrantonio trying to go back to the middle. Trailing stick right there from Levesque. Knocked it away. Still loose there. Held in center point, though, by Grade. Grade with it at the left point on the backhand. Excuse me, that's Frazier with it. Frazier from the right wing circle. Stops it up at the hash marks. Now he's with it right point. Paul Frazier looks. Fire save made by Simons off a deflection in front of his crease. Austin Doe with it right wing circle. Back for Frazier. Looks to pull the trigger. Does. Blocked. Rebound. Another effort. Blocked. This time Joe Pace in the way. Gets sent down length of the ice. 12 seconds left in the Graham Minor. Now McBurney will send the long haul to the red line. Petrantonio tries to lay that in the path of Doe. A little bit too thick with it as Port Huron got to it first, but held in along the half wall. Behind the net it goes, and Pace will rim it around. Petrantonio intercepts in the corner. Out of the box is Graham. 1 for 4 on the Georgia Power play tonight are the Dragons. Still with possession. Petrantonio one-timer. Save made. Loose in the slot. Bersani an effort just wide of the glove hand. Doe with it behind the net. Trying to put it back out in front. And this one goes off the side of the net. And Matt Graham has it right there. Down the ice it goes. McBurney will come out of his net to play this and rim it around. Dalton Jay trying to be first on it in the corner. It will be sent out towards the neutral zone, and Petrantonio flips it off glass to the Port Huron blue. He'll get it right back off a little bit of ping pong through the legs of a man, and coming into the zone is MJ Graham. Graham stops up, left wing circle, back for Jagger Williamson. Tried to kick it to his stick. Big shot there, and it was blocked in front by Alex Johnson up high as Edgar Zozelinch was running through everybody, black and white jerseys, to get to that puck. Now a shot from Johnson. Flutters well wide of the glove hand. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third, 4-3.
Boy, a lot of get up, back and forth action.
Armstrong, right circle, fires and a stick save made there. And into the crowd it will go, out of play. And we get our last media timeout. Back for the end of regulation after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
2:47 left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. River Dragons trail 4-3 after Lauri Vartiainen scored his first on the season. A beautiful backhand to go short side and in. And right now the River Dragons facing the prospect of a 4-game losing streak right now. McBurney is still in the net to our right. We'll be keeping our eyes on him as the seconds tick down. Face-off dropped unfairly. Mo Levesque had won it, but we'll do it again.
Was it unfair because we lost?
Not sure what it was, but the linesman whistle had blown right away. Face-off coming to the left of Simons. One into the corner by Port Huron. Dustin Henning is tied up, loose in the feet. Williamson tried to play that one down for Graham. Hits off a stanchion weird. Williamson trying to play that one back to the slot. He's still with it in the top of the circles area. Down to a knee, playing it to the middle, and Port Huron just got to stick there in time. Now right wing side, coming to this puck is Brennan Young. He's checked at the blue line. Down into the zone it goes. Rimmed around by Frazier. Krupp let it go off of his stick for Williamson. He'll spin it around for some support. And now Columbus with space to operate, moving ahead. Doyle for Grade. Moves this one up. Krupp one touch to Graham and over the line. MJ Graham slows it up. Checked there by Roseboom. Feeds it down to Krupp at the hash marks. MJ Graham lost it in his feet, and Matt Graham takes it away for Port Huron. We're at the 2-minute warning here in the third period. Port Huron 4, Columbus 3 at a neutral site game in Biloxi, Mississippi. Noah Doyle from behind the net. Fakes the handoff. He'll come out with it over the far side circle. Long slap pass. Jay got a stick on it, enough to slow it up before Finch could grab it, and Port Huron will retake possession. Alex Johnson from the far side corner flips this one. One touch. Dalton Jay's got it in stride. 2-on-2 as he hits the line right wing. Dalton Jay stops it up at the right point, plays it down deeper into the corner. McBurney from behind the net wanted to come out and play it. Plenty of Columbus defense around him. No harm, no foul. We come back the other way. Armstrong pushing it out to center. Backhand flip, glove down, and right back onto the stick of Grade. McBurney lifts his stick. He's ready to come. 1:20 left to go here in the third. Moving this one up, 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Delayed offsides. Look out, Port Huron's got it. McBurney's still in the net, though. Here's Dalton Jay with it, left wing circle. Jay puts it to Alex Johnson. He fires high over the bar, and it goes to the open near wing. Federley holds it in at the right point. Down to the corner it goes. McBurney will slow it up there for the defense. 1 minute left to go here in the third. Now McBurney's ready to go in on the rush, head towards the bench. Columbus now just gets it out of the zone. Left wing side, it gets played over. 4-on-4 as they hit the line. Tied up in the feet there is Doyle. Backhand flip by Levesque, and it'll be gloved out of the air before it could get to net by MJ Graham. Graham with some speed ahead. 40 seconds left to go here in the third. Looking for an equalizer. MJ Graham, right wing circle, takes it behind the net. He's on the forehand. Moves it left wing circle. Back for Doyle. He fires one, and that one blockered away by Simons. Crawford sweeps that one out of the zone. Stavros Soilis, open circle, open net. He bobbled it, but he ended up scoring anyway. Oh, Stavros Soilis must have had heart in his throat when that puck popped over his stick. But he just got enough reaching back to put it into the open net, and it's 5-3 Prowlers.
Well, the important thing is I can head for the exit early and beat the traffic out of here. Good crowd here tonight. Going to see the Prowlers, the home team, take the win with a 5-3 victory.
1936 mark of the third period, empty net goal. Stavros Soilis makes it 5-3. Thought for a moment, Scott, that had all the makings of, I can't remember the guy's name, but you remember the Dallas-Edmonton game where guy dawdled in front of the open net? No, Smith scored it.
Oh.
It was a former first-round pick, too, but I don't know. But Stavros Soilis gets the goal. For some reason, the clock's not running. Now it'll start running. And from the red line, this one will be shot in.
Because they're enjoying hockey here on the Gulf Coast.
I guess so, but after the empty net goal, you figured it's all but a formality. Bars in the corner, tied up with Bersani. 8 seconds left to go here in the third. And there we go. So they're just going to call it at 6.3 because of the delay to the start of the clock. And Port Huron will come out and celebrate with Corey Simons. Prowlers will take all 3 points tonight. And the River Dragons find themselves having to ask some questions on the way back home to Columbus, now with a 4-game losing streak in hand. Let's take a break. When we come back, Chad Abruzzi postgame show starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boiled and bagged seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, River Dragons fall to the Prowlers in this neutral site game, 5-3. The Prowlers end up getting the win, the eventual winning goal scored by Lari Vartiainen, 13:53 mark of the third, and then an empty netter from Stavros Soilis seals the deal at the 19:36 mark of the period. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, tough one for the River Dragons to swallow. I think very much they were in this game, obviously caught some breaks, but you got to credit Port Huron for the breaks that Columbus got. Prowlers fought through it, played very well, and ended up getting rewarded with not only the winning goal, but an empty netter too for the former Battle Creek Rumblebee Stavros Soilis.
They outplayed us. I mean, we play well enough. We don't play well enough to win. We get opportunities and we don't bury it. I think the team's got to go back and kind of figure out what's going on. Just 3 games in a row we lost, or 4?
4. Now 4, going back to Wednesday night against the Carolina Thunderbirds. Columbus will have an opportunity here against Port Huron to exact some revenge. Again, Friday and Saturday at the Civic Center. Both games at 7:30 with 7 o'clock pre-games here on the network. Tickets available at the Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. 3 stars of the game as chosen in the building, all going Port Huron's way. Number 1, Corey Simons. He gets star number 3 with a 38 save effort on 41 shots. Star number 2 to Stavros Soilis with a goal and an assist. Star number 1 to Brennan Young, who had a goal and I believe 2 assists. They're going to adjust some scoring things as the game goes on. But Young, Soilis, and Simons, your 3 stars of the game, as selected here in the building. Shots on goal in the third period, 14-11 in favor of the Prowlers, 43-41 your final tally on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Let's take a break. When we come back, quick look around the league after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. River Dragons fall to the Prowlers by a score of 5-3. We're here on the Chattahoochee postgame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, tough loss here for the Dragons as they're getting closer and closer to being healthier, getting back to full strength. But this one definitely felt like a game you could have won. Break your little losing streak and get yourself feeling good heading back home. Now it's a quick bus ride back, thankfully, but getting in late and having to turn around and play on Friday night, it's going to be a little bit of a gut check time for Columbus in front of the home fans tomorrow night.
I think absolutely is. I think the first period's going to dictate, to be honest with you, how the rest of the month's going to go before 2022. I'm not overly impressed with, and I know we're injured, and I know there's excuses about a lot of things, but not overly impressed with just some of the dumb things we've done. I mean, we got too much talent to make these mistakes, and let's hope tomorrow back on our home ice, it's going to be to our advantage.
That's right. It was a tough road game out here today, as the road team in a neutral site game. All right, fine.
Yeah, it was. The crowd. Actually, you know what? The crowd was over 4,000. We know that. But they were all over us, and that's what caused the difference.
5-3, the Prowlers defeat the River Dragons here on a Thursday night. Because it's a Thursday night, your Zelmo zip-in look around the league. It goes pretty quick. This is the only game on the docket in the SPHL. Tomorrow you'll see action in Columbus and in Danbury. Delaware Thunder at the Danbury Hat-Trick, 7 o'clock puck drop there in Connecticut. Then 7:30 puck drop, Port Huron at Columbus. Tickets available, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Same 2 sets of games go at it Saturday with the addition of Watertown at Binghamton, 7 o'clock East puck drop there in New York. That's your look around the league. Brought to you by Zelmo's, the official fuel provider of your Columbus River Dragons. Taking a quick look at the SPHL, Southern Hockey Scoreboard. Only one game in action for the SP. And with 2:10 left to go in the third, the Macon Mayhem could be on their way to a big 2 points on the road. Despite being outshot 37-26, the Mayhem hold a 2-0 lead over the Birmingham Bulls. Brendan Hussey has added an insurance goal in the late stages of the third period since we last left the game.
Do I know that name for some reason?
He had been playing in the Fed for a couple of years. Actually, was on the Elmira team that came up short against the River Dragons, I do believe, last season. So that's where I think you know that name, Brendan Hussey. Moving on, tomorrow in the SPHL, a full 5-game slate. Roanoke at Fayetteville, Evansville at Huntsville, Macon at Pensacola, Peoria at Quad City, and Knoxville at Birmingham. Vermilion County being your 11th wheel in tomorrow night's action in the SPHL.
Important thing is there's a sports book right across the street.
Yeah. You want to get a little action in before we leave, huh? Let's take a break.
Fed, yeah. Let's get on some of that Fed sports.
There's somewhere that has a Fed book out.
Czech
That's
Republic.
dedication.
The Czech Republic.
That's dedication. That's insane. Let's take a break. When we come back, we close out tonight's Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
We're back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum to finish out tonight's Chattahoochee post-game show. Scott Brand has some off-the-wall thoughts.
Well, my thought is, listen, we lost, and we lost by 2. It could it have been worse, though, Zach? I'm just curious if it could have been worse.
Could have been very worse.
What do you mean?
We got a notification of a NBA record elsewhere. In the South, Memphis took Oklahoma City behind the woodshed, beat them 152-79.
I'll take the 2-game loss.
Yeah,
and that's an open goal, so it's only 1 game.
2 goals. That feels fine. 70-plus points. Ugh, yikes. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Jeff's calling me.
Back here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum to finish off tonight's Chattahoochee post-game show. Put a little bow on this one. Not the way the River Dragons wanted to end it. 3-3 heading into the third. And a late goal off of an icing of all things, too, where Port Huron, you think, would be wanting to change. Stavros Soilis fed it up to Lauri Vartiainen. And Vartiainen, he just kept going and found a backhand over the shoulder and short side corner on Bailey McBurney to eventually go for the winner. And then Stavros Soilis tallied in the empty netter. 5-3 with the two teams set for not one but 2 rematches coming up at the Columbus Civic Center Friday and Saturday night. Both puck drops at 7:30, means 7 o'clock pregame shows here on the network. Tickets available, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. I know we joked about it, Scott, but having the home crowd behind you will certainly help this team, and you got to think they got to come out stronger because while the goal might have been a little fluky off a crazy bounce, the 1:34 into the game, Caleb Williams didn't set you on the right foot, and while they did battle back, have a lead for a moment, didn't do things to preserve their lead or give themselves the right opportunities, and Port Huron eventually just showed enough gusto down the stretch to get that one that ended up mattering.
Absolutely right, and as it, you get to go home and sleep your own bed, albeit at 4 o'clock in the morning by the time we get back. But listen, it's pro hockey. You're paid to do that stuff, and you got to put the game behind you, and you move in tomorrow. Hopefully, there's a good crowd there tomorrow, and we come out and play for them.
Cannot wait to see what tomorrow will bring. Again, Friday night action at the Civic Center. River Dragons taking on the Port Huron Prowlers. First time Port Huron will be in the Civic Center this season, so get yourselves out there. Bring the family, bring the group. Tickets available, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. That'll just about do it for us from high atop the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Big thanks to Jerome Bichard, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest. My thanks to you, Scott Brand, who was alongside for the entirety of this game. For the the off-ice production crew here doing a lot of work behind the scenes trying to get things stable. Jamil Hawkins, Javaris Harris, and Connor Zays. Also, a big shout-out to the Bucklews and Jess Palmer, who were our off-ice officials we brought to help score this game for the league. So had a whole lot of River Dragon blood in the building to help make this game a possibility. It was very exciting from here in Biloxi, but it does not fall Columbus's way ultimately. River Dragons fall to the Prowlers 5-3. I'm Zach DeBozart. We'll see you on Friday night for a 7 o'clock Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. Until then, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you then.